Today is January 9th, 2024. Now there's this trader. His name is Darvis, and he coined the word box within stock charts. And then today, SMB Capital had this free training material. It talked about how when a certain situation occurs, like a breakout occurring at this stage, then that's the point where to buy. But if I were to buy anywhere here, I'll be chopped up here, because let's say I bought here, expecting that it's going to go up. Then what it's going to do is going to go here and here. It's going to stop me out because my stop loss is right there. Then if I buy here, thinking that it's going to go up, then it's going to drop down here, and it'll also create a confusion. So I drew a couple of rectangles, essentially representing a box. And so if I thought on this candle that it's going to keep going up, what will happen is that I will buy here, and then it'll drop, take me out of from my stop loss. And then when I get here, thinking that it's going to go the other way, and when I buy a put, then it's going to start coming back up and up here, and it's get me out of the stop loss. So here, if I do a 3 or 4 trades already with commission and plus the losses, it starts to mount. And therefore, the critical point, unless I'm quick and able to create a stop loss area here, it is very difficult to trade within this region here. I'm sure there's plenty of people who trade in this region here, going here and looking for this sign. If it drops, then buy a put on a very, very fast way, and then cover here. So somebody has to be extremely, extremely fast to trade within this area, and have to pay attention to numerous. I suppose I'm not sure how they do it, but here, I mean, if somebody were to have just gotten in here, and then as soon as it started to drop, then they would have like bought a put, and then it would carry over to here and then drop here, and as soon as it started to come back up, wick up, then they would have to close it. So they would make this much point, because they also require some sort of a trend. Even scalpers, micro scalpers, require some sort of a trend to occur, because at point A to point B, the difference between point A to point B, the distance between that is profit. So this is a difficult trend to play with mouse clickers like myself. And so what I'm looking forward to is creating this box, and as soon as it reaches this point, it will go to another box. It goes from box to box, box to box. Okay, that's the rule of Wall Street. Okay, uh, box to box. It goes from box to box. So if somebody gets fired from one company, they take that box, they take it home with them and me. I did that often. Then that box is taken to another company, if fortunate enough to be employed, and then that box is unboxed. And so essentially, even in this Forex Euro USD pair, that is what's happening. It goes from one box to another box. Okay, and it has a correlation of surfing the waves as well. So I can just imagine these people sitting in Hawaii and on a rough surf day, okay? And these individuals who surfed for quite a while and who have lots of experience are waiting for that really good surf. They're not looking for a 1 foot wave. They're looking for maybe maybe 20-foot wave that rolls right across the coastline, all the way to the other side of the island, right? That's what they're looking for. They're looking to maximize their surf. They maximize it by riding it as long as possible. So, in day trading, it's very, very similar too. Okay? So if I were to draw a little box here, right? So this one isn't essentially this one is actually a triangle here, right? It's holding a it's developing into a triangle. There's like geometry involved in this kind of thing, right? So I'm looking at objects here and shapes. Uh, so if I were to look at a triangle, okay. So if I look at a, okay, so how am I going to draw this triangle? Okay, so I draw a triangle right here. Oh, I did draw it. Did I draw it? I did draw it. Okay, so I mean, I'm looking at, I didn't draw it. So, okay, object list. Okay, so if I were to draw an object, and it is going to be a triangle. Oh, is that how that works? How does that work? Oh, sweet. So if I were to draw a triangle here and and move this guy right here and move this guy right there, we're looking at a triangle right there. So it's either a rectangle that is a transition, or it is a triangle that's at the one end of the extreme and moving to the other side. And so if I look at here, the corresponding uh, residual impact is looking at this area of interest right there. So if I were to insert a object here, ellipse. Okay, ellipse will work. Um, ellipse will work. So let's see if I can make the ellipse work. How do I make the ellipse work? Oh, that's how it works. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at the ellipse. Oh, whoa. That is fantastic. So if I make this ellipse and put it put this ellipse right here. This is the area of interest that I'm looking at. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for this to result in order for me to get into this to get to the other geometry. I'm going from a triangle to the box, from box to the triangle, and all these things are happening.